It is No Gifts Please, the parenting podcast by the pair with no real gifts, but a whole lot of gumption. Hey everyone, I'm Steve Noviello.
And I'm Jenny Anchondo.
Always good to see you. It's been such a busy month, and it's funny, I was just at Cub Scouts the other night, and we were mapping out the rest of the year, which is like crazy that we're
over.
Right. I mean, they're okay. We've got something in March. We've got a camp out in April, and then we have our last meeting in April, and then it's May.
Oh, which by the way, I have a segment idea. Speaking of, since you're so involved with the Cub Scouts.
Oh,
we had Brighton's Brownie Troop come in and be my co-hosts. Little harder for you with you all being live versus pre-recorded.
Yeah.
However,
and boys,
it was the cutest thing.
Oh, that's sweet.
The episode has not aired yet, but like the way that the kids that you expect to really come out of their shell and be gregarious, maybe a little bit more shy, and the kids that you didn't expect come out there and they nail their line.
Nice.
It was so cool. So I bet just to add one more thing to your plate, because I know you mentioned that you were busy. I just think that's one more thing you need to add is you need to produce a Boy Scout show.
I don't do the kids on TV, but like maybe some of the other ones.
Yeah, or you couldn't. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily have to be on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could just produce it, and they host it. They can take pictures. Like you wouldn't have to put it on TV. It's just like a fun visit activity.
I keep on telling
badges they can earn for it.
Yeah.
I want to say we did like the innovation and creativity badges.
I keep on telling people once we move to our new facility, then please come and let's do all sorts of fun things.
Yeah, that's true. No, good point.
The one that we have now is she's seen better days. I feel like
she's got a lot of stories to tell.
She's got a lot of stories to tell. Speaking of which, I got to visit you at work recently.
Oh my gosh, that was so crazy.
It was so funny because two of my colleagues were like, you can just do that?
Well, I also, in the middle of it, was like, am I going to get fired?
For having we don't compete with each other.
Play? No, we're in totally different spaces.
Yeah.
We do different types of content. We're not on at the same time.
Right.
We have been friends that predate both of our shows.
But it is weird. So for those of you wondering what the heck they're talking about. So Paige and I'm my co-host for the daytime show that I do. And I happen to be near the neighborhood,
yes,
where your station is. And I messaged you and I was like, "Hey, we're in the neighborhood. Can we stop by?" And you were like, "Yeah, for sure."
And it was funny because it really got my booty in gear because it was like one of those days where I'm eating lunch I'm hoping that I have time to take a bite of my lunch from my desk, you know. And
I'm like, hey, can you give us a tour?
But I was like, I absolutely cannot say no to this. This is so fun. And I wanted you to see, there are things that only people that work in our business would really appreciate. So I was like, ooh, come see our little makeup room that we just got. Or come see our, this is our little, our space here in our set. And I felt like I knew Paige from
I was going to say, and you guys had never met before.
No, but I follow obviously everything you do on social media, and so I feel like I know her. And when she
thought you
got
were
the
lovely.
position, and
she's like, Jenny's teeny tiny. She didn't expect you to be so small.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I think I have because I have good posture.
Maybe
I think so. I look taller. She looks exactly the same as on TV, which I always think is like a compliment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, wow, like you really are this pretty in person. So it was just really fun.
Well, it's also funny because
is my boss going to walk in?
Well, that was the thing too, because you introduced us to some people who had offices, and I don't know who these people are. I mean, for all I know, we met the GM, you know?
You didn't meet the GM, although our GM's very active, and it's actually shocking that you didn't meet him. And I wonder what he would have thought.
Right. Because it's not like, I mean,
it's not like I'm sharing any trade secrets. Or you know what I mean?
But it is the equivalent of like a Burger King employee going behind the scenes at McDonald's. Do you know what I mean? Like
100.
There is like a folklore to like, have you ever, like I went to NBC.
It might be the riskiest thing I've ever done.
Oh, I went to NBC5 once years ago when they were in their old building because we were judging Emmys. And I remember like being in somebody else's TV station. It's very strange.
Well, okay. So it's interesting that you bring that up because I can say this now, but I feel like I was going to take it to my grave, but it's like so innocuous. But I've interviewed at most of the other stations and they would always, they're the one reaching out and they're the one saying, I'll meet you at
a coffee shop,
at this place that's always so obscure and not at their place of business, which makes sense. So then that makes what we did so on the up and up because we're obviously doing nothing because we're just like, hey, Steve's just here and he's at, where were you trying to shop?
Well, to your point, I too have interviewed at some other television stations in town.
And where did they have you go?
Starbucks, like a sub shop. Like it's never, well, because you know how it is when we have
was like at the Renaissance Hotel.
Yeah, like you're like, meet me at the bar at the Ritz. And you're like, what?
Yes. I should be so lucky to have had been at the Ritz.
Well, because when we do have somebody come in that nobody recognizes, I mean, it is a room full of journalists. And within moments, despite management's best effort to not acknowledge, I mean, we have sat in morning meetings with clearly an on-air candidate, and they will not even acknowledge that this person is sitting in the room with us.
Right.
And of course, within 5 seconds, somebody's got their Instagram and their blood type.
Well, exactly. I mean, we're all out there.
It's what we do. It's what we do. So yes, no, I thought it was lovely. And I loved your studio. It was really cute.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a really nice use of space and well lit. There wasn't a shadow in that place.
I feel so lucky to be able to work there. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks really nice and fresh and fun. And we have like lots of different options and
yeah, no, it was a very good use of space. There were a lot of little moments around the thing. I posted on my Instagram. I was like, when your work wives meet.
Did people like DM you? Did anybody notice that?
Well, a couple of my colleagues were like, what? You were inside another television station? How is that allowed? I don't see why not. Right? Like,
well, I've been scared to visit yours because
I know I've invited you a couple of times.
I know.
I want you to come on my nighttime show. I think you'd be so good.
Thank you.
And I don't understand why they just won't let you do it.
I mean, I could probably ask more.
You should ask.
Okay.
Because why not?
DM me your advice and tips.
You know who I just had on? Do you remember Tammy Dombeck?
Of course, I follow her on Instagram.
Well, she's going to be on my show. I just taped,
and she's still doing a I want to say like a home show.
It's like a food
show. Yes. But is she in real estate?
Yes, she's also in real estate, and she also makes bread because she brought us a copious amount of delicious homemade bread.
She seems wonderful.
She was lovely.
Just DM'd with her. Like we're faux friends. I don't think I've ever met her in person, but she seems really nice.
Never met her. I've been here for 20 some odd years. Never met her until literally she walked into the studio, and I was like, "Have a seat. You're on my show now."
Isn't it great to have an excuse to just like talk to people and bring them on and talk about random topics and they don't have to promote anything and you can just talk about
I generally will go out of my way to be like, hey, what can we promote? Like, what are you doing? What's exciting? What's happening? You know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, no.
Oh, hi, Tammy.
Yeah, no, she was lovely. Cool. She was lovely.
Okay, hot on my mind this morning.
Tell me.
I need to know, did you do timeouts for your boys?
Yes.
And what did that look like?
So, we have two different approaches. Mine,
like for each child or for each parent?
From each parent.
Okay.
Doug is a stand facing the corner, which I hate. Like, I think it's so degrading and so Little House on the Prairie. Willie Olson,
Laura Ingalls
Wilder. Like makes me and like don't move and you better stand there and stare at the corner until like this is over.
Yes.
So I don't love that.
Okay. Why are our husbands the same person?
Is Heath the same way?
Of course.
So
only in extreme circumstances.
Yes.
We've really
We're
tried everything.
5.
Yes. Just for the record, to clear their names.
Yes, for sure. I am we don't do timeout as much now that they're older.
Yeah.
We also I'm more of a, hey, we need to restart the day because this is out of hand. So we're going upstairs. We're both getting back into bed. I'm setting a 10-minute timer and in 10 minutes, we're going to wake up again.
Ooh, I like that.
And we're restarting the day.
I like that.
And I don't care if it's 2:00 in the afternoon, like we're restarting the day because this day that we're having right now is over. So let's wake up again.
I like that. I feel like they have to be a little older than Gemma is to understand that though.
Yeah.
She's just barely 2.
Well, so speaking of understanding, one of the lessons that I had to learn was the distance between action, punishment, consequence, right? Like, I remember Jacob was very young. I don't think Hudson was born yet. And there was something that he had done.
So he was younger than 2.
Yeah, which is weird that I'm even giving you a timeout at 2, but I guess.
No, but like, I mean, I get it because they get crazy.
Yeah. And I was taking something away that wasn't immediate. And my mom was like, he's not going to put those two things together. Like it has to be immediate. Like there has to be something that he's not allowed to do right now but otherwise he's not going to connect the dots here. Right. You're asking him to span too much.
It's like with dogs.
Correct.
Like you can't.
Poppy on the nose right now.
Yes. And if they had an accident earlier and you didn't catch it,
then you can't go back. Yes. Yeah. So we definitely try and do that with them now and generally like related to the thing although I'm not great at that. Like we have discussed on this podcast before that they broke the television in our den, and the consequence is you don't get to play games on the big screen TV anymore. That has gone out the window.
They get to play games. Well, it's been long enough.
Right, but like mine, the punishment was like ever again.
Ever. Oh, well, Heath did that, and guess what he got? A bigger TV for himself. So, they're more punished.
Well, because we have this game, because they like games, but I like them to move. So we have this gaming, it's a cube. It's not really a console, but it's kind of like the old Wii, but you had to like hold the controllers up. There's no controllers. It's all body action movement. Like you are the remote control or you are the controller. So they're up and jumping and dancing and doing all this other kind of stuff and whatever. And you have to use it on a television. So
that one, they learned. I mean, you couldn't punish them forever.
Yeah.
You could?
No, I get you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gemma's been wild lately. And so Heath's kind of like, we have to do
like remind me what's wild for a 2-year-old, like tantrums.
No, honestly, she's so sweet and nice. Like she's great. Like we're the luckiest, but she's very aggressive and just like unrelenting.
Wow, that's genetic, or I mean,
genetic. Yeah, so we're like, oh, we're dealing with us.
Yeah.
So she's just incredibly unrelenting. Does not ever acquiesce. Ever. Yeah. I mean, she fights to the end on whatever. It just fights and goes and goes and goes. Not like she doesn't fight for the sake of fighting. It's just like for whatever it is that she wants.
She's committed.
She's so committed. And it's like gonna break me, but it doesn't break me because I am also committed. Yeah. So then we just like fight to the death.
Right.
So
one of you has to pass out.
So at one point Heath was like, we have to put her in a timeout. And I was just like, I don't understand. Like, I don't think what does that even mean? And like, it's like part of me doesn't want to say this because I told a friend this and I could tell she was like, OMG, Jenny, this is bad. Like we don't like timeouts are dated. Like you can't do that. And she was like, you need to just firmly say to her, no. And I was like, could not have laughed louder. I was like, oh, you think we haven't tried firmly saying the thing? Like we clearly have. And this is a type of child that we haven't experienced before. This is a type of determination and will that I have yet to be up against in my life.
Are you a spanking family?
No.
Us too.
No, I don't.
And I feel like there's part of me that's like, maybe you could use a little crack on the butt every now and again.
We're going to get so canceled. But yeah, I mean, because you try all the things. And I think it's like,
it would have to be an extreme situation.
And I think this is why I try to just never judge what people are doing for 100%. Their discipline, because like I've never dealt with their child and I don't know the type of situation and what they've tried and what's on the front end, what's on the back end and what they've been through. Because like if you have a pretty compliant child, I think it's very hard to understand what the opposite can be like.
Yes.
And so and Heath wasn't always as understanding of that. Like when seeing other families, like, oh, well, they need to get their kid under control. I'm like, don't judge them because then we're going to get that kid. And here we are. So he did turn her around. Like she sat in the chair and turned her around to the wall.
Face the wall.
Oh, she totally got it. She completely understood. She felt like, I think she felt shame.
I know,
which is the worst feeling in her little feet and her little quiver on her chin. Just really terrible. I will also say she didn't do the thing again.
So it worked. So Heath was right.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But who knows? Maybe there's long-term damage from that timeout. We'll see.
Maybe. Hopefully,
I don't know.
Hopefully she needs therapy, so I'm right.
I hope not. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, like, I think it did. I just felt weird. I was kind of like, I don't know that we want to go down this, and I don't think we want to do this regularly. I hope this was just like a temporary solution to this one thing that was happening, and now we're going to be able to move on to other things. Because I remember there being a short period of time with Brighton where we did timeouts, but I didn't have a lot of parent friends at the time. I didn't know what other people were doing, and now I do, and now I realize people don't really do that anymore. But
why don't they?
I think because you're supposed to be connected and you're supposed to hug and you're supposed to love and, not have less of me, have more of me. And like when you do bad things, you don't, because can you tell I've like looked at I've psychoanalyzed all of it.
It's like,
and all that is true, but this was a 30-second period of time where you don't get to participate anymore because you were misbehaving. Yes.
Well, I think that when you look at it from an adult standpoint, right? Like if you came to me like a little broken and all up in your head about something and like behaving badly because something terrible was happening in your life, I wouldn't be like, go sit in the next room by yourself.
Exactly. And I think that's why we're told not to do the timeouts for our kids.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like it's not like I'm withdrawing love for the rest of her life. It's like all I do is smother her with love, and that was not working. And so we're just going to have this short period of time to calm down and then kind of go back.
I was a go to your room kid. My Frank and Roe were like, Steven, go to your room.
Oh, me too, until I broke the door off.
Unrelenting.
Yeah. Throwing. I mean, I'm afraid. I'm afraid this podcast won't last when my girl's in their teen years because I'll be all hands on deck.
I'm just going to remind you how badly you wanted this child, like the thing, the hoops you had to go through. It's so funny because it's like, you know, and I joke, obviously. I mean, listen, they're all going to do something wrong. But I do think the silver lining here is it seems so extreme because it's so unusual. Like if you've got a kid who's like a problem kid and it's like constant, like it's a daily, like we're going to dance this dance every day and whatever. I think you almost kind of get comfortable in that chaos. And I think that for you and her, it's so uncomfortable because it's not the norm.
That's not the norm. That's true. Yeah. That's a great perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great perspective. She is very happy. She's also like such a daddy's girl right now. Like I go in to wake her up in the morning. I'm like, hi, Gemma. She goes, no. Where's daddy?
That feels good.
Oh, how rude. I'm like, oh, yes, Your Majesty. I'll go make your breakfast now and find your father.
Exactly.
Like, it's really crazy.
Where's daddy? He's counting the number of needles I had to stick myself with to have you in the first place.
I know.
He's a little busy.
It's so crazy. Did the boys ever do that? Like have a favorite, favor one of you for a time?
So Hudson, when he was little, I used to have to sneak out of the house because he could not bear the thought of being without me.
Oh,
so sweet.
Oh my gosh, did that feel amazing?
It's one of my favorite memories.
Oh, poor Doug,
I mean, I would have to like sneak, like to the point where I was like, I need some time for myself. And it's funny, you know, one of the things that kind of breaks my heart right now with him is he asks a lot about how much I work, and it really hurts my heart.
What do you mean?
Well, so like
I know why it hurts the heart.
Like Saturday morning, like he'll be like, "Daddy, do you have to go to work today?" Like on a Saturday, and I'm like, "Yeah, like I do, buddy, just for a few hours or whatever." But then I'll make it a point to be like, "Hey, I have the whole rest of the day just to spend with you. I'm not going to, you know, whatever." Like Sunday, we got up, and he was like, "Are you going to work today?" And I was like, "Nope." I said, "I have a couple of things that I do need to get done this morning, but the whole day is yours, and we're gonna do some fun stuff and whatever." Or like if I'm working late, I'll come home and like drop dinner or something, and then have to go back. And he'll get upset that I'm leaving again and then he's very cognizant of time right now. Where I'll be like, "You were gone for 3 hours. Like, where were you?" I'm like, "Well, I had to go to work, bud." And he's like, "You always have to go to work." And I'm like, "Oh God, I don't want to be that like 80s dad who's, you know, constantly at work."
I feel like the 80s dads came home, opened a beer and watched TV and shushed their kids aside. And I feel like that's a big differentiation between what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming back and then you're super present, probably more present than if you would have been home all day.
He keeps time. He likes to know how long does it take to get there? How long will we be there? How long will we go, you know, how long will you be gone? How long will I be gone? How many hours till I get up?
Can he sense the time too? Like, does he have a good, like, if you tell him, "Oh, you're going to piano and it's going to be 30 minutes. Does he say, that felt like 10 or that felt like 60?
I don't know that we ever kind of get into that. Yeah.
That's my new like way to tell if Brighton likes something.
Oh, if
it feels like less time than she thought it was going to be.
It's so funny though, that I think that we're both, and listen, it's who we are and it's who Instagram keeps telling us to be. But we're both so preoccupied with whether or not our kids are enjoying themselves.
Ugh, I know.
Again,
and like that's going to be a problem.
Like with all due respect to my parents, who I absolutely adore, they didn't give an F if I was enjoying myself. Like that was not piano lessons. I'm not really interested in your enjoying yourself. Like how many years did I play soccer? I mean, it was clear I was not enjoying myself, but it's what you did. And I think that kind of builds character.
No, I think that is good. And I do make them, well, Gemma, I don't do anything except for ballet now and she likes it and I'm so happy. But I do force some activities that are, I think, not enjoyable to Brighton.
Well, and because like you're not in charge. You know what I mean? Like we are. I do hope. Well, like, last time we had Cub Scouts and Hudson was not feeling it. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with you there. I'm the den leader.
Yeah.
If like you're going to have this attitude, he had allergies, he was done. And I was like, you know what?
Hard.
You don't have to come. Like, you don't have to come. Like, no big deal. But like overall, do you enjoy going? Yes. Like, because guess who's going to be probably the freaking leader of Cub Scouts next year because all the parents are rolling off. No one else is going to do it. And they like going and I like them going. And
and that's perfect. Ties in perfectly to the field trip I have planned for you.
God.
Sorry, I said you can cut that part out if you want. You can make an edit, make it sound like I swore, but I actually was just adding a thing to your plate.
So is that where you guys are? Timeouts? That's what about Brighton? She's
had
older.
One, and Brighton had a few. And then they really, it kind of...
Like, does Brighton get punished? Does she do something wrong?
No. She only did the one ice cream thing, which we talked about. And so then her punishment was that no more ice cream. And then I think she had to like pay us back some money. I think we had her pay us back for the money that she had spent on the ice cream she wasn't supposed to do. But I am planning to let her have ice cream because I realized that now we're like psychotic because I showed up on a Friday and everyone was getting ice cream but her, and she
everybody.
Like literally everybody. But also sometimes literally everybody is doing something and you're not. And so...
And that's the way it's going to be.
Yeah. No, she doesn't. She doesn't get in trouble. Like she's...
Yeah.
No, I think that 8-year-old age range is generally a pretty easy age range. So I'm not acting like, I don't want it to make it seem like, oh, I have the perfect kid. Like, look at me. I'm so great. But I think it's just like 8-year-old girls are generally pretty great.
Well, particularly 8-year-old girls that don't have a sibling within 2 years, right? Like our kids get into trouble the majority of time for fighting with one another.
Yeah.
Like you again I know that, the process was what it was, but like there's something to having a 6-year gap between your kids. Right?
I wish they had playmates, but they don't. And that's how it is.
But they'll each have their own, you know what I mean? And as they get older, that gap will be like, think about our age difference. We're more than 6 years apart, aren't we?
I guess so. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And we play together.
We play together just fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Our best friends are 10 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not, I wouldn't be too, overly concerned about it.
No.
I was driving. Oh, this is what I was going to tell you the other day.
Oh, tell me.
I was driving to that paintball party that we went to, and I was driving Jacob and one of his little buddies, and listening to the two of them like gossip about school and like what the kids are up to was just the best. But one of the things that they were talking about was being an only child. And I was like, well, hey, what do you think that would be like? Like, I'm interested to hear. And the other little kid who's very astute was like, well, it would kind of be like, you wouldn't have anyone to fight with, so you'd probably get in trouble a lot less, but you also wouldn't have anyone to play with. So, I was like, well, you play with your friends or whatever. And he's got 3 siblings, so he's not, but it was interesting. They were gossiping about some stuff at school that I thought was just funny.
I love that. I'm going to get a new car that's going to have a 3rd row because I feel like I'm missing out on some, we always I'm always the one that offers to take an additional child or 2, but like I want to be able to take more. So that's like on my list of goals for 2026. But also I will say one shout out to Brighton was we had our parent teacher conferences, and the biggest takeaway for me was like, there is starting to be girl drama in 2nd grade and she is not in it. Yep. Good. Her teacher said she eliminates herself. She goes and throws a football. She draws, she reads a book. She is not in it.
Good.
And I'm just like, man, I'll take it.
Girl. Atta girl. See that? Life's not that bad.
No.
Those timeouts worked. All right. Hey, what else works is when you click like.
That's the takeaway.
When you click like and subscribe so that we can keep bringing you our podcast every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. When a new episode drops on your favorite podcast platform, we want to remind you as well. If you do nothing else today, go find yourself a friend you don't need to clean the house for. We'll see you soon.